The idea that sinners are completely helpless to redeem themselves or to make any contribution to that redemption from sin and divine judgment is the most attacked because in the big picture it is the most despised doctrine. Consequently, it is the most distinctively Christian doctrine. Contrary to all non-Christian views of man. All religions in the world are some form of a works righteousness system. And at the foundation of all those religions, other than the true faith in the true gospel, is the idea that people can be good and good enough to contribute to their salvation. To somehow merit favor with deity and a happy afterlife. Because this is the universal foundational doctrine of all false systems of religion, it is therefore the most, because I should say the opposite of it is the foundation of all these religions, it is therefore the most attacked Christian doctrine. It is distinctively Christian because it affirms the absolute inability of man to do anything to contribute to his salvation. It is a contrary doctrine as well. It doesn't sit well with the sinner because one of the dominant features of universal human fallenness is deception about one's true condition. Based on the dominating reality of human pride, the sinner is unwilling to see himself in his true condition and is convinced to one degree or another of his goodness. People will deny that they are evil, that there are sins in their lives, but they do not see the evil in their good and they do not see the evil in their religion. They will deny that they are incurably evil, hostile to God, and utterly incapable of any true good. This because they are self-deceived. There are people who even invoke the name of the true God, people who invoke the name of Jesus, people who claim to love God, while in reality they hate the true God. They may have sentimental affection for the God of their own making, but they actually hate and cannot love the true God. And when you tell them that there is nothing in them that is good and nothing in them that can please God, they can do human good, they can do human philanthropy, and in the sight of men they can do things that are moral and noble, but they can do nothing that ascends to satisfy God's requirement for a relationship with Him and for entrance into heaven. They resent it. It is the most paradoxical doctrine in that sense, because people denying that they are so bad they can make no contribution to their salvation still have to admit that there are some sins in their lives, and they're unwilling to assume that God has a right to hold them eternally accountable for those. False religion becomes the most heinous of all sins. It is the breach of the first commandment, to love the Lord your God and to have no other gods before you. And religion does not cancel out this doctrine, rather it proves it. Man is so deeply sinful that he invents false gods, gods of his own making, and religions to directly show his hatred of the true God. It was John Bunyan who said the best prayer I ever prayed had enough sin in it to damn the whole world. And Isaiah who said all our righteousness is as filthy rags. A very